Welcome aboard. Today we are joined by the CUW Esports Fortnite team of Cody Keys, Austin Lichtenstein, and Colby Williams, as well as CUW Esports head coach Lewis Smith. Congratulations, guys, on a solid fall semester where you guys finished top 30 in the regular season, and then you finished 47th in the fall championship. We will start off with you, Cody. What were some of your keys to success this year?
Honestly, I think I had a pretty tough season. I think Colby put us in the right spot to perform, and I didn't always do so good. Um, it's with gaming, it's a grind, and you just got to work on mechanics.
Yeah, and Cody was put in a tough spot because Gingy and Nagi, they both did the duos competition together last year, so they had a true competitive experience. So Cody came in and he was tasked with getting a lot of kills, and like this was his first true esports experience outside of like just him playing on his own or streaming. So he came in a little blind. So the whole season grind ended up being tough. But I thought he did really well, and I'm like super excited for him going into next semester and everything. Even just lately, since the season he's been grinding like crazy.
So Colby, what would you say was the biggest change for you and for this team from the spring semester to the fall semester?
The biggest change, which is it being comfortable playing competitively Fortnite on the collegiate level. Me and Augie played last year, luckily, together, and we got to experience it, and we were ready, and I could kind of teach Cody into how to play it and how it was going to be. So it's just being comfortable. That was the biggest change.
So, Coach, what did you see, because you've been here from day one of the program, what did you see was the biggest adjustment for the Fortnite squad from the spring semester into this fall semester?
Yeah, last year was different because, with Gingy / Colby, you call him Colby, I'll call him Gingy and Augie. Last year, it was like really more of a learning experience. We would do our rounds each night in the competition. And then like in between each round, it's like, okay, headset off, talking it out, even like practices, we review VOD. There's a lot more of a learning experience. And then this year, these guys took that, Colby and Augie took that experience and just was able to hit the ground running. They know exactly what to do. They know how to do like true esports Fortnite. And they came in with the expectation of like winning and placing really high. And we did that a lot. And Cody was able to learn quickly and not really hold us back. So the fact that we could just come in, just full, ready to go, was huge. Like we knew that we belonged, so the high placements didn't, surprise us or satisfy us at all. Like every week we were dedicated to climb standings, and even when the season ended, we weren't happy with where we finished. But we look at all the teams behind us, and we placed really well in terms of the whole country.
Austin, when do you personally feel that things started to click for you all this semester?
I think when we all came together as a team, kind of in late games when we're all together as a team, we can work together. There was a bunch of times where it was like two of us in mid game, like one of us would die early, and it kind of didn't really help with the points. But I think when we all come together, I think we shine.
Nice. So Colby, you're a multi-sport athlete here on the campus of Concordia, Wisconsin. What are some of the similarities you feel between being on the esports team and then being on some of the other teams? Because there is some individualism to this game, and yet it's also a team aspect.
The similarities are just the competitiveness. I don't think people realize how competitive video games can be when you play it at a high level. And then also just the team camaraderie too as well. They're your brothers on the team as well, just like in football. You're on the field together, you're in the game together. The only non-similarity would be the physical aspect. You're not physically doing anything that's going to tire you, but your mind is working double than what it is during a regular sport.
Another big similarity. Another big similarity is the time in practice outside of matches. Like practice, I actually love that all three of these guys are two-sport athletes, and I love working with athletes because they have such a committed and dedicated mindset. Like a lot of times It's people who just like play Fortnite casually that I'm convincing them like, okay, take it seriously. Let's get practice. It's like a very foreign idea, but all three of these guys were like, okay, I'll just treat Fortnite like football or hockey in Cody's case. So full week, they're taking practices seriously, taking VOD reviews seriously, taking like improving and like dedicating to their craft seriously. And that was the biggest jump we made from last year to this year, and that's why I expect another major jump going into spring.
I also have one more thing to add on that. I don't think people realize that esports players actually watch film. I think they just play the game and just try to play better the next one. But there's actually like you review your film, like you see what you can do better in different spots. Just like in football, if you mess up on a play, you're gonna rewind it and see what you could do better in that position, and just change it the next time you do it.
Well, you just stole my next question, so we'll go on to the next question I had here for Cody. Cody, you guys finished 47th in the playoffs just a few weeks ago, and you were ranked top 30 in the nation in the regular season going in. You guys had some unlucky breaks. Can you talk a little bit about some of what is the unluckiness of, because there's some strategy, but there's also some luck to come with some of these games.
Okay, so the luck based in the game, everyone calls it RNG. It's just random. It's random whether or not I'm gonna find the right gun that I need, right? But it's also, I mean, we died our very last game from a shark, an NPC. So, I don't know. You never really know what's gonna happen, and you just have to try to outskill what the game gives you.
Coach, can you add a little bit onto that? I can see you smirking here in the upper corner.
Yeah, I just smirk because I think after that happened, Cody left his chair pretty quickly, and I think he's getting flashbacks and he's thinking about standing up and walking out again.
PTSD.
Yeah, still recovering. I mean, there's a lot of randomness in a lot of these games. It's luck. We can't complain about it. Everyone's playing with the same deck of cards that we are. Sometimes shark, that's just a completely random object in the water, jumps out at you and kills you. Other times it kills the opponent. So it definitely feels bad when it doesn't go your way in such a pivotal moment on a big stage. But you know, like these guys said, you just take what's in front of you, make the best of it. You can't really plan for it, so you just worry about what you can control. And we're just always putting ourselves in the best situation, like that's all we can really do. Whatever happens. Is we just gotta worry about ourselves, what we can control, and just completely go out based off of instincts when the game gets late.
So Austin, can you talk a little bit about, you guys had a lot of success in this semester, but can you talk about what it meant to you reaching the playoffs here to finish off the fall semester?
I think it meant a lot. I think that showed a lot of growth, especially between me and Colby, because coming back from, we were duo, and then also a lot of growth with Cody in the mix, kind of adapting and overcoming, having 3 people now and the whole scene changing. So it showed a lot of growth and something to be proud of.
So I've been trying to aim at a specific person, but what was it like adjusting from 2-person to 3-person this semester?
I mean, kind of the game flow changes a lot with 3 people because there's another person shooting at you and stuff like that, and just the amount of resources you have changes a lot. So the whole kind of game flow switches up a bit, but I guess your skill set should stay the same. You should still have the same mindset going into it.
All right, so each one of you, where do you think that you can improve heading into this spring of 2021 as a team?
Every aspect of our game can increase. There's really no limit when it comes to video games and yourself. It's just you have to put the time in to be able to do it. It's just like any sport. If you grind, it's gonna pay off, and you'll see it.
Yeah, a lot of it is just putting time in. The semester obviously was a unique one as a whole, and Cody coming in completely fresh and didn't quite have the ramp up to the regular season that we wanted. So just honestly just grinding more games, getting more time in with each other, because a lot of it is like, we can plan out the early game, we can have strategies for the mid game, but like when it's late game, storms close and everything online, these guys are just coming running completely on instinct. Like there's no plan, it's just react and go. And the more they play with each other, the more they learn how each other reacts and just gets more comfortable in those situations, because there's a lot of good Call of Duty in the league. There's some big names, there's some small names, really skilled players, and a lot of them can thrive in that situation just because they've been there before. Like we're psyched about having one semester under our belt before this, but there's other teams that have been competing for years, really. So we still have a lot of experience to get in just like the true esports aspect of it.
So for the other two, do you guys have anything where you feel that you guys can specifically improve?
You want to go, Cody?
You can go.
All right.
Sure.
I'd say it's just gonna take time. We're still learning each other's play styles, and as soon as we like all click, it'll just flow. And as Coach was saying, the way everyone reacts, like you kind of get learning, like you learn from everyone based on like how much you play. So everyone will just come together and flow, I guess.
It's kind of what I was gonna say. I was gonna say adapting though.
Coach, we talked a little bit last week with the Super Smash Bros. Team that there's a lot of great success with the Smash Bros. Team and with the Fortnite this semester. What excites you the most moving forward this week, but with the Fortnite team?
Yeah, I mean, something that I brought up with Smash Bros. That I've seen similar to this is like the season ended. It didn't go our way. We were right on the cups of making the second day of playoffs. Really wanted to. That was the goal. We fell short. But none of these three guys like felt discouraged or dejected and didn't want to play. Like I've seen like Cody grinding more and posting more clips than ever. Like he's still 100% motivated going. Colby and Augie are obviously the two season ones, and even Colby, he's streaming constantly. Shout out twitch.tv/itsgingy. He's streaming a lot, playing, and like I know all three of these guys are just like such motivated individuals as a whole. Like they learned, they weren't happy with how this semester went, but it's just right on to the next one.
Well, thank you all for joining me. Colby has the nice Christmas tree in the background, and some nice green and red. On behalf of CUW Athletic Communications, we'd like to wish you all and to all watching a very happy holiday season, and go Falcons.